There's no such thing as a whole phase for men, right? I'm convinced that men cannot be. Why? Because men typically what's in front of them, and you set the price. Men don't set the price. We can't be. We don't set the price.
Whole phase. It's okay for men to go through their whole phase.
Let me tell you something. What I just said and what you just said, and this whole conversation came down to one thing.
Yeah, I know.
Men make the world.
I don't argue with people. I argue with bad logic.
Gladi versus the algorithm.
Welcome to another episode of Gladi versus the algorithm. We are jumping into this immediately, you could say. This video is on the account That Shit Cheap. So that's that SHT cheap. You can go check him out. I think this guy's pretty entertaining, but I'll let you guys call it. I haven't seen this yet. Let's discover it together.
Could use that for an excuse then. I'm a good girl. I go to work. I cook. I clean. I suck. I don't go out like that. I'm that. And be like, well, I just wanted more. She was looking good, so that's why. It don't even gotta be because we born. You portray that I want the soft girl.
But listen, this goes back to the first conversation.
First of all, women that are soft and stuff like that, they don't speak like how she's speaking. Oh, a woman that suck and then what the is that? What the hell is that? Was that the suck part? Pause. Right? We don't. That's not what we're looking for. It's not.
But listen,
you niggas portray that I want the soft girl.
But listen, this goes back to the first conversation where, and this is, I'm not saying this is correct, I'm not saying this is right, but this is what we do. There is men out here
that reminds me of
that see, this is easily finessable, this is easily finagleable. I'm about to do it, get what I want, and how she feels.
Because emotions wasn't attached to it. Basically, it was just.
Because you moved too fast. You decided to give up the box a lot earlier than you should have. You didn't take your time to use discernment. You didn't take your time to get to know this individual prior to giving them the box. That's the problem, right? You're not willing to take your time. You're not willing to get to know someone, go out on these little coffee dates to get to understand where that person's coming from, right? You meet in the club or the bar or lounge while under some influence. You exchange numbers or Instagrams like you young people like to do. You don't exchange numbers anymore. You exchange Instagrams, right? You go to the Instagram, you see some toxic shit, but he's fly though, right? He has a little bit of emotion. So, a little gets wet, right? So you have no discipline whatsoever. So you let that moisture from your viscous innards, shout out to MTR, lead you into a stupid situation. And now look, you're calling beans for advice. Whoa.
Physical.
My love isn't here, it's just my lust.
They walk because y'all conquering the woman and y'all not being conquered.
Exactly.
Right?
Because you gotta understand. Y'all are, I don't like the word predator because it leads into a whole nother conversation like weird shit in the world. Right. But
yeah, I know what first came to my mind when I heard that word. So I respect it. We
are the ones going after.
We're hunters.
So that still falls into that category though, because what do predators do?
That's what I'm saying. But I don't like the word predator because the word predator gives like, I don't.
See, the reason why he doesn't like to use the word predator is because we've taken the word and made it so ugly. We can't even look at it from a point of view where we're talking about nature. Right? You think about the wild, you think about lions and tigers and stuff like that. There's predator and then there's prey, right? This is the aspect of which he's speaking on. But you know what? Social media and all this sensitivity bullshit has gotten us to a place where we have to be extremely careful with what we say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like that word.
Yeah, I can see the double-sided coin, but for women, we're not coming at it like that. We're coming at it like
we're the hunters. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, hunters. I'll say that.
We're going after y'all. Y'all are supposed to be aware enough. Did you not say y'all are more intelligent? Right.
I always think that
women are more intelligent. That you said, scientific, all that. If y'all are more intelligent, y'all are supposed to be the smart ones to say,
I'm not dealing with this. I'm about to walk away.
I see it coming from a mile away. Because signs be there. Certain ain't just the good actors. Signs be there. But you could just say men are stronger than women. You can still get beat up by a girl. It's not just because we're smarter. We're supposed to know. Walk away. Well, we do know. If y'all more
intelligent to know.
If y'all more intelligent than men, then how is our finessing and finagling? How is our finessing and finagling working so good?
Well, men practice with different women how good they can manipulate, what lies will work, what stories will work. And as women, we are hoping the opposite, that he's actually...
So we're out here using you guys as test dummies now, right? We're literally taking you guys and making you guys guinea pigs. You know how smart a guinea pig is? Not so smart. So you're putting yourselves in the category of something that can be used and manipulated to learn, for us to actually engage and bring up our prowess to the extent where we can make you guys look stupid every single time. This is where you're going to go with it, instead of holding yourself accountable for making poor decisions. I don't understand why people don't understand that when you are constantly putting yourself in a situation, there's only one common denominator there, and it's you. I don't understand why that's so hard to conceptualize, why it's so hard to understand. You are the only common denominator. You have to start making better choices. The same way you're saying that men are trying this out on different women, but by the time they get to you, they're the master finesser. Why aren't you learning any lessons from being finessed?
Honest guy this time. He's actually a good guy this time. And I honestly feel like men go into situations realizing that in a woman. She was broken down. She was lied to. Women that are open about that shit. Because a lot of girls don't tell you, tell a nigga what a nigga did to you, he gonna do you worse. That's what we say. So it's like, it's not even about knowing better or seeing it from a mile away. Mm-hmm. We're emotional. We're hoping that, okay, this gonna be my one. This gonna be my man. This gonna be the father of my kids, my husband. So it's so f***ed up in this world because it's normalized. But I feel as though if you know that you're not like you don't have genuine intentions with anybody as far as loyalty, commitment,
so
stay the away from them.
So at the end of the day, this all leads back to one quote. We're not thinking about that. You're thinking about that. You cannot be mad at a man because those are your thoughts.
So you mean
we have to hold men accountable as well too, though, because a lot of men don't understand that, you know, if you're just keeping it 100, that you could probably get it anyways. If you're just 100% honest with what you wanted, what your intentions were, you know, you could still probably get it. Now, is it what you want though? Maybe not. When I say what you want, it may not be the woman that you want. And maybe you might have to finesse the woman that you want into thinking you want her long term when you really just want a good time with her and move on. You know, I think some of the onus is on men, but 90% is on the woman to be like, you know what, let me take this time to actually use the discernment. And I used to be the guy that said, don't wait on no box, right? Because, you know, you might end up going in a situation where the box is whack, right? After waiting all of this time and letting it marinate and you still ain't get it and you finally get it and you're disappointed, right? I get that. I totally get that. But ladies, start with holding the box. If you make the box harder to get, right, that person might be able to fall in love with you or even in like with you to the extent where they're like, you know what? I see some of the better qualities in this woman and she's not just a body to me anymore, although I haven't gotten it yet, right? Does that make sense? Stop me in the comments if it doesn't make sense and I'll go back and forth with you a little bit. But if you take your time and you raise the price of that, and when I say raise the price of the, I mean genuinely require what you're looking for in a man, right? If you're requiring him to do nice things for you, wait for him to do a couple of nice things. What's nice is subjective. I'm not here to, you know, define what you think nice is. If him being there for you, an ear to listen to you, if that's a part of what you want in a man, have him show signs of that. If he's not showing signs of that, or if those things are being shown in the beginning and they start to wane a little bit and start to go away early, especially if it's early, then you know he's not really there for anything but the box. Like, use your discernment. There's so many ways to use it. There's so many red flags in the beginning that you are afraid to look at. Start looking at them. Start taking them serious.
They tell me for the future, girls should just, any that's talking them out, we should just have the back in our head like he a dog.
Why are y'all not being aware?
It's not about being aware. Do you not notice in women's body movements and energy and how wet the put? If a not fucking with you for real, you're gonna know that.
See,
y'all asking for all women to have their guard up. If that's the case, it's gonna be hard for you to get some, unless the bitch a hoe. or unless she on the same shit you want, and there's nothing wrong with being
listen, my love, ma'am, you're about to prove my point.
I don't mind proving your point. I'm just trying to understand.
Listen. My whole point is this. It should be hard as hell for a man to get some y'all.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear you say that part.
No, that's my whole gist. That's what doesn't make you a
Oh, okay. That went over my head. I see what you mean.
That's what doesn't.
The guy's name is That Shit Cheap, right? When he's talking about that shit, like he's talking about your box, right? Women set the price within the market. You set the price. No one can change that price. You can change that price. Only you. When you set the price so low, you think they're gonna come out for the discount? You have to set the price higher. And I'm not talking about getting money for your vagina. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the equity that it takes to be your man. Has to be shown. That shit has to be shown before you give up the box. If he's not showing that he can be your man, he should not be getting the box. Unless you're out there trying to have fun and whoever you want to move on.
Make you a whore. That's what doesn't make you what we don't. It should be hard for a man to get some.
Hypothetically, if I met you and I waited
it's
12
easy.
months to give you that's going to make you respect me.
See, and this is the bullshit, right? Women think just making someone wait is the price. That's not the price. Listen, if you say, you know what, I gave this guy my number, I'm going to give him 12 months before I smash. Give him the box, right? What's happening in between those 12 months, right? That's that dash, from January to December, that dash in the middle is the only thing that matters. It's not really the months. That whatever you're trying to look for within a year, you could find within 3 months. You could find within 30 days if you're doing it good enough, right? I think the longer you make them wait past a certain point, like meaning, I think 2 months is fair. I think 30 days is optimal, right? When you're actually asking intentional questions, right? I definitely think those are viable. But when you're talking about a year, I know she's being facetious or even being hypothetical, but the length of time doesn't really matter as much as the substance is happening within that time span, right? I genuinely feel that you can ask intentional questions in the middle of whatever it is that you're doing to get a better understanding as to whether or not this person is for you or for your box.
But the whole 12 months, you're another. Like, are you really respecting the fact that I'm making you wait?
Listen. We respect you for that, for making it hard to get y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have fun with the ones that's making it easy.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when as a man do y'all feel as though? Because this entire time, are you gonna date the woman that's making you wait? Are you gonna talk to her? Are you gonna still court her? Or are you gonna give up after you realize, she?
Listen, you're not listening to. Listen.
No, I heard what you said, but now I'm asking.
Respect it. But we're gonna have funs with. We respect the difficulty of how hard it is.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have fun with the ones that's gonna make it easy.
But then that falls into you don't have any intentions of commitment.
But
that doesn't mean that.
As long as there's females out here making it easy to get without commitment.
Oh yeah, okay.
As long as there's females out here making it easy for without no commitment.
The discount.
We won't change the ways that we're getting y'all.
So then for the rest of the time is what you're saying, because it's good girls out here.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm asking you is, that's why women call you hunters, because as you're dealing with the easy, you're still hunting the that got standards for herself. How is that fair to her? That's why I asked you, do you ever see yourself getting married, having kids? Because you're being very transparent, but that's kind of f***ing up your future for whoever makes you wait.
Listen, right?
Fair point, but people change. People change. Like, he could be like this now and not be like this not too long from now. I actually sat in on an interview, or not even an interview, a podcast episode with him one time, and he's convinced that he's not going to want to get married. He's in his 20s, right? He's convinced that he's not going to want to get married. He's 25 years of age. At this point in his life, why should he, right? He hasn't even reached his financial peak yet. In his 40s, late 30s, early 40s, he hasn't reached that yet. So why would he get married now, right? What's the incentive for him to get married now? He's following his purpose, right? At some point, if he chooses to be in a relationship, he can't stop doing this. She will then have to understand that this is a persona that he has to have online to continue to bring in the money that she's enjoying to spend, right? So I get what she's saying, right? But to use him as an example is really not perfect example because he's more of an outlier. A lot of men are not going to be as honest with their intentions like he is, especially not on camera. So with this gentleman here, I really don't see him being married anytime soon. Now, I spoke on the last episode about people growing old and lonely. I don't think people genuinely want that. So at some point, he'll probably see a different light. But as of right now, this persona that he has, or this person that he is going to make him a lot of money. And he needs to stay in this lane for a while. This is why he doesn't want to get married. And he's probably really like this. When a
man is hunting deer, do you think he gives a fuck what that deer is thinking? You think he cares if that deer has a family?
Nobody's mad. I'm just frustrated because it doesn't make sense, y'all.
Listen, but it's just like I'm gonna get to that point. You think a man cares if that deer has a family? You think that man cares if that deer is a male or a female? You think that man cares if that deer, what that deer has going on?
That man wasn't hunting that deer for 9, 12, 10 months though.
But listen, he sees a deer that he likes, he's going to get that deer. And no matter how difficult it is to get that deer, he's going to do everything in his power to get that deer. But
you think about it, right? You think about, like, he's using a deer. I'm gonna use Moby Dick, right? I don't remember the name of the captain, but let's call him Captain Ahab, right? He has been hunting and sailing his whole life. Sees an animal that he wants to capture or kill or whatever it is, he does it. Then he runs into Moby Dick. He made his life about that whale. He committed to it. Why? Because it was very hard to get. Now, I'm not going to equate Moby Dick to women, but the concept of which he's speaking on, like he went over to the deer thing, right? The deer that is the most difficult to attain will probably be the deer that ends up in the mantle when it takes time and it takes effort and it takes so much out of you to actually make it happen. Those are the ones that we care about. It's the substance, all of the things that lead to it being something great. That's what we want to see in the woman that we're courting. Again, it's not about the amount of time, it's the story that you're able to build in the amount of time that you allot before you give your all to someone. Remember, if you don't see this person being your man, don't give up the box. Don't give up the box thinking it's gonna make him your man. Nah, see the qualities of him being your man first. The important qualities, not just the looks, not just the size, not just the money that he's making. The other qualities that you would look for in a relationship. The qualities that will make you second guess leaving someone because they did something that you didn't like. Those qualities that will make you fight to keep the relationship, right? Look for those qualities in that person early. Because if you don't, the only thing that's going to happen early is you giving up the box early. And the same message works for men. Not from the giving up the sex part, but giving up your finances, your resources, right? Start thinking about this shit before you're doing that. Do you see her being your wife or your woman for a long period of time? If you don't see that, coffee date.
But
life is very frustrating.
Listen. If a deer comes around, it makes an easy shot for him. Do you think he's not going to kill the deer that just made it easy for him to get for the shot?
But if we're really being like realistic, yes. Because if we're being realistic,
that's exactly how this is going.
It's not going to take that long. If we in the wilderness, if we in the wild, you already know it's not going to take that long. So in real life, that's a more realistic conversation. You got to give me a different analogy. I feel like you've been using the wrong analogies.
How was that?
Because if you're a lion, if you're a cheetah and you're hunting a fucking deer, it's not going to take you half a year to get that goddamn deer. It's just not. In real life, though, if a woman has morals and standards, it's going to take that long.
So how about y'all be more strategic on not getting caught and stop making it easier for men to y'all without commitment?
Right. I'm pretty sure women are way smarter than deer, right? So you can see a trap from a mile away. Deer are dumb, right?
When are y'all going to take
some women, yes.
When are y'all going to take the accountability that it's easy to y'all without commitment? When?
It's easy for everybody to without commitment.
Bro, because men don't give a fuck about that shit.
Not.
We want, whether we committed or not, we want it.
So then tell me this.
That's what y'all women are understanding.
Why do men cosplay wanting a good girl if that's still the end of gender?
We're talking in circles at this point.
Yeah, men are not cosplaying that they want the good girl. They're cosplaying in general just to get the, and that's not even a lot of men. I don't know if you guys understand. A lot of men don't get. Majority of men don't get any. It's the that have the motion that gets the most, and they get the most, right? Why do they get the most? Because motion attracts women like moth are attracted to light, right? You guys really, really fall into the bullshit so easy. It's a trap that men aren't even setting. It's a trap that you're setting for yourself. Why? Because you're setting the price low. You're setting the price low, literally.
Point now.
I don't feel like we're talking in circles because what's the point of pretending? I don't want no. If you could get from a bitch
to wife,
like, I don't get it.
To wife.
Men. Yeah,
wife.
okay. So wife is okay. So having relations with a girl is different from finding a wife.
You're not understanding this point here.
Because you men are confusing. Because at the end of the day, y'all make it seem like a girl has to have all of these standards. A girl has to be stingy with the. A girl can't do this. A girl can't do that. But y'all still have one main agenda. So what makes the difference between the girl you just want to have relations with versus the girl you want to create a family with?
Men have different agendas. Period. Right? There are a lot of men out there that are marriage-minded, relationship-minded, and want to be in a relationship, and they literally move that way. You just keep choosing that just want to. Now they're gonna say, "Oh, men are cosplaying." I get it, but how are the women that are finding men to be with them long term, to propose to them, to build families? How are they finding their men? Do you ask yourself that? Why not reach out to people that are married or in long-term relationships and ask them how they found their man and have conversations around that versus reaching out to somebody that's single that clearly wants to be single and asking these questions. Now, I do get that you want to understand how a man's mind works, right? But this is not the man nor the mind that you want to figure out. You want to try to figure out the mind of the man that is marriage minded. So then you know how to move with him, because unfortunately, the way you're moving is attracting what you are, right? You're attracting exactly what it is you are, right? You are a woman that deserves the men that you attract. Why? Because you're not doing the work within. You're not doing the work necessary to understand what the man that you wants and needs. Simple.
The girl you see potential in, where you don't want to go the next girl. If we all have to have standards and morals, that's what men confuse me with. Y'all don't make no sense.
Answer this question right here, right? You asked me when I'm ready to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm ready to settle down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'm going to settle down with the one that was... I mean, let me switch it up a little bit, right? Okay. I'm going to give you two females, right?
Okay.
This female is 27 years old. She's probably been caught once or twice in her life, but she realized, listen, I'm done men without commitment, okay?
Okay.
I'm done men without commitment. She has no kids. She's not letting a man give her a kid without commitment, none of that. She's solid on her boundaries, her standards, and her morals.
Her standards and morals, yeah.
Okay, then you got the female right here. Continuously keeps without commitment, continuously keeps having babies without commitment. Feel me? Says that she has these high standards, high values, you feel me, and all that shit, boundaries.
But it's not showing.
She really doesn't. History doesn't show that, right?
Why are you going to my profile to see how many people are following?
Listen, lock in.
I'm locked in, I'm listening.
She looks, her standards aren't matching her history, right? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm ready to settle down, who do you think I'm going to settle down with? This one?
The first one.
Both of them are going to be hunted, though. Both of them are hunted, but this one knows how to deflect and get away from them. This one knows how to deflect and get away from them hunters. This one really doesn't. Who do you think, when I'm ready to settle down, I'm ready to go after, who I'm going to go get? The first one, right?
Exactly.
But they're both still actively hunted, right or wrong?
Yeah. So you just choose when you want. Like, okay, I see what she got going on. I see her standards, her morals. Okay, got you. So it's always going to be up to the men to decide.
Yes. Men give access to relationships and marriage. Women give access to box. That's what it is. You set the price on what gets inside of you. We set the price as to what we want to spend the rest of our lives with, right? And think about it, right? What he said about girl 1 and girl 2. Girl 1, right, falls into the category of someone that he would spend the rest of his life with. Why? Because that's his price. His price is someone that is taking her time, used discernment based on the lesson that she learned when she got caught once or twice, like he said, and used those lessons to become a better person and realize, you know what, I need to understand who I'm getting into this situation with, because I'm not just going to give up my body anymore. Whereas second young lady, which is who you're acting like, is you're just, you know what, I'm going to give it up because they're saying nice things. They, took me out to dinner once or twice. They're doing all the right things. So I might as well just give them the box. That's what you keep running. That's why you keep running into the situations that you're into. You have to relax. You have to use some discipline with the box. Oh, yeah, it gets all wet and stuff like that. The body reacts. Men's body react too. You're quick to dog a man out for how his body reacts, but yet you want to use the way your body reacts as an excuse.
A woman can't pick a man that she wants to be with and that she knows is going to be with her and be loyal to her. It's about when a man is going to be, okay, you're irritating as fuck. And for everybody saying I'm slow and on the spectrum, baby, I'm smart as degrees, career and all. I just like to ask the real questions, because it's like, it feels like a woman is never going to win. No matter if you're good, you're bad, even if you go through a whole phase, it's okay for men to go through their whole phase.
Let me tell you something. What I just...
You see this shit? You can't make this shit up, right? She's literally throwing herself under the bus. Whole phase. Like, there's no such thing as a whole phase for men, right? I'm convinced that men cannot be. Why? Because men typically what's in front of them, and you set the price. Men don't set the price. We can't be. We don't set the price.
Whole phase. It's okay for men to go through their whole phase.
Let me tell you something. What I just said and what you just said and this whole conversation came down to one thing.
Yeah, I know.
Men make the world go round. We make the final call. We make the final decision. It's not up to y'all. It's up to us. And whether you like it or not, it is what it is.
Respect.
I appreciate this conversation now.
Me too.
Yeah, so we're going to end it there. Now, he was a little easy on her, though. I wish I knew what she looked like. I think he was a little soft on her a little bit. He's typically a bit more brash. But that was a cool conversation. Like the concept of the conversation. I know there was some grammatical errors there. But either way, I thought it was a good conversation. Shout out to Beans. Shout out to That Shit Cheap. And the young lady that was on the call with him. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that, men are just out here finessing, like majority of men? Or do you think it's some men that's kind of making all men look bad by finessing as well? Honestly, I think it's some men. And I think the percentage of men that are doing that or are able to do it is very, very small. It's just that they're the loudest because they're outside. They have all of the emotion. So they're able to interact with more women than the average man. That's what I think ultimately it boils down to. So keep the conversation going down in the comments below. Hit me with a like, drop a subscribe, hit the hype button, push me further into the algorithm and all the good things. And why not become a gladiator? Like, gladiators are cool, right? Is this not why you were here? Are you not entertained? I think they go the other way around. But either way, become a gladiator by subscribing. Follow us on Instagram at, in fact, it's in the comments. I forget what the Instagram looks like. I know there's a dot somewhere. It's probably right after the VS. But follow us, Gladi versus the algorithm, or follow my personal account. That's GLXDXMXR. And let me know that you came from the YouTube channel. And I'll follow you right back. Peace.
Title too bad. Now the algorithm got you bent over the timeline. Holy word salad, bitch, stop capping. Talking about God, why the lies keep stacking. Fake ass doctorate, fake ass flex. Now the whole damn internet on your neck. You sold dreams in a Gucci accent. Pretty face got the whole world distracted, but the truth hit hard when the masks start cracking. Now your whole damn brand look plastic. Yeah.